Not 1, not 2, not 3, not even 4. But 5 new maps are coming to World of Tanks. Ladies and gentlemen, what is going on? Welcome back to my channel, where today I bring you yet another news episode featuring 5 new maps which are coming to World of Tanks. Now, if you have been following some of my other news episodes about upcoming maps, then you may have heard about 2 of them. Island, which is going to be in its 3rd iteration, and Graf Zeppelin in with its 2nd iteration. But 3 maps, Turning Point, Tropika and Sommar, are completely new. I haven't heard about those before, hopefully you haven't as well. So, without further ado, let's jump right into the action and let's start with a Turning Point. This is our first new map I'm going to cover in this video. And by the way, every single map so far, at least as far as I know, is for the standard battles, random battles, which is quite a neat thing, of course. So, here is the Turning Point minimap. We have a little island on the left side. Actually, we have couple islands, one big island on the left side, couple smaller islands on the left side. Like the left side reminds me mines a bit, but the middle quite open. Right side, yeah, seems to be quite an open map from the mini map at least, but maybe some terrain differences make the difference. So moving on, here are the key points. Let's see what Wargaming is saying about those things. Number 1, right over here, the hollow along the icy shoreline suits heavy tank gameplay. So it is actually ice, it is not water, ice like on the glacier, for example. Number 2, tank destroyer camping pushes, some sneaky positions, I guess. The area of vegetation will provide space for passive scouting and tank destroyer positions. This is what Wargaming says as well. Number 4, in the I guess this is the west side of the map. Actually, this is the east side of the map if we look on the minimap. Yes, this is the east side of the map. Number 4, up here, let's see, a hill with good position for medium tanks and the middle ground. Number 3, of course, terrain falls for active scouting in light tanks, aka EBRs, because if you're trying to be with any other light tank in the middle, you are simply going to die in a most painful way. Basically, because EBR is able to evade, EBR is able to dodge, and able to outspot with the active scouting every single other light tank. So basically this area is only for EBRs and maybe late game players as well. So once again, this is this area, icy passage, ice right over here, heavy tank gameplay, seems to be neat, still working on it, as you can see, not fully HD quality ready yet. Of course, early details, early leaks. Ooh, a little tank is drowning, but what is happening over here? How is ice able to do that? Oh well, this seems to be Tiger 1 as well, if I'm not mistaken. This seems to be the east side of the map, the middle part of the map, so quite open with some holes where EBR players are going to flip. Middle little ridge line over there, so you are not automatically going to be shot when you are hugging that ridge line, but artillery cover is down to 0 basically. Oh, you have some different terrain types as well, so it is not like 100% open. And those are the tank destroyer lines for tank destroyers scouting. I imagine tank destroyers pushing up like this into those bushes, tree line. Actually, that's quite nice, you know, that is quite nice, especially with those pushes as well, just to open up some more gameplay. But overall, how do you feel about the open, how open this map is? Oh, this is actually very high up above. Wow, okay. From the minimap, definitely you're not going to see that. Look at that. This is the medium tank area. Number 4 we were looking at. That's actually quite high, wow. But yeah, overall this map seems to be quite open. I'm not sure how I feel about yet another open map, like Stujanki-ish middle, kind of, you know. So yeah, let me know what you think about this one. Turning Point is the name, 1000 by 1000 meters, standard battle, setting Eastern Front. And when we talk about our next map, we completely flip the wide or switch the wide from the Eastern Gold fronts to the Tropical fronts, because this is the minimap for Tropika, 1050 times 1050 meter map, setting tropics, a map for standard battle once again. So we have some key areas marked on the minimap. Let's say what Wargaming is saying about that. I guess number 1 is going to be for heavy tanks, number 3 for medium tanks, middle for light tanks as well, those bushes for tank destroyers, and up there, you can do some, actually up there in the 4 medium tanks, good DPM tanks, tank destroyers as well, every now and then. Okay, so let's see. Number 1 in the south, the main area for an encounter of well-armored tanks is located at the shoreline under the central mountain ridge. Several control points as well as the option to go above the area of the main encounter make the gameplay there very intensive. Okay, like you're able to climb up here. This side is able to climb up here. I guess this is what you're talking about, right? Number 2, the inner area of the map, an open hilly zone with vegetation that allows for both active and passive light tank scouting. Okay, that's interesting. That's interesting. Because from the bird's eye view, we many times do not understand the height difference, the terrain height, and you know, all the other things. Number 3, the main area for a medium tank encounter. Yes, exactly. Diverse terrain, plenty of cover, and opportunities to fight at close or long range allow different types of medium tanks to unlock their potential in this line of attack. Good DPM is always going to pump out some damage in those situations. But this is the second map where I do not see too much RT cover. First map actually had even less RT cover. Over here, when you are playing into shoreline, in the number 1 position, you have like quite a big hill, so most likely RT is safe. Mainly, unless the artillery is behind that and hitting peer, you know, you have to look out for that. But yeah, quite an open areas. Finally, number 4. Not finally, actually. Upper path for taking a dangerous detour around the main encounter area. Yeah, this is definitely dangerous, so different types of vehicles can be over there. And number 5, main positions for poorly armored tank destroyers and medium tanks. Okay, so some bushes right over there. Moving on. Here is the shoreline. Okay, we have a little tunnel action, what we didn't see before. So you are completely able to go underneath it. Alright, so you see that different pictures reveal new stories of the map. So here is the high ground, low ground, and tunnel. That's actually very interesting. I would like to see how this makes the blaze. Like, is the pushing up worth it now? You must have really good map awareness, because if you push up like into the tunnel and play this area like this, you know, you may get flanked from the middle if your team loses the middle somehow, for some reason, or EBR can do some poking shots. So yeah, this seems to be quite an interesting playing ground actually. You're able to cross this entire shoreline, being on the high ground as well, through soap rocks. This is the middle, and the other entry to the tunnel. Okay, so the terrain is actually very bumpy, something we didn't see from the bird's eye view. Yeah, that, like it is most likely this entire cliff, tunnel and all those things, or mountain, rocky mountain, is going to determine whether you win or lose. Maybe, because you have like, It reminds me, actually I don't know, it reminds me a bit like the glacier, you know, like the northwest side of the glacier, I believe, where the heavy tanks are fighting. It reminds me that, because it is like completely locked off from all the rest of the map positions. Another angle from the middle. This is the medium tank position with some bunkers. And we can see the dangerous path as well. So that's very dangerous. Good contemplation can work. Like I can see Granvan over there as well, actually. Good contemplation and good turret armor. Yeah, I can definitely see that. This is super open. No RT cover, open, dangerous. Still not in HD quality, of course, so this map is still being worked on. Same goes to all of them. Some bushes for the tank destroyers to snipe, to camp, to sit in. And yeah, this is Tropika. Not in HD quality. I imagine when it is fully done, it is going to look gorgeous. But how it plays, well, let's wait and see. What do you think about that? Very interesting tunnel decision. I'm looking forward to see how this entire area plays out. Next up, we have a map called Sommar_GG. I don't know what that _GG means. So let's just call it Sommar. It is 1000 by 1000 meter standard battle map with summer setting. Here is the minimap for this map. It seems to be quite symmetrical, to be honest, quite mirror-ish map. Let's see the key points. Oh, we have a little city action going on over here. Lighthouse, a city, some forestation, some high grounds. Let's see. So, number 1, a town with narrow streets suitable for slow, well-armored vehicles, aka heavy tanks. Boom, straight into the city. Number 2, hills with scarce vegetation and lack of cover for maneuverable vehicles and for playing from the distance. The team that controls this area gets access to Hill 3. Right over there, which is a hill with vegetation and cover with good lines of fire at area number 1. Good lines of fire countering some heavy tanks in the city. So, okay, so snowbally action. Let's say heavy tank fight is stalling in the city, right? You have to push 2 to win it, to get into 3. If you already won 2, you have the 3 and you're going to win the 1 and you win the game, I guess. And finally, number 4, lighthouse area, a bog with tents, high grass, an additional line that allows for sneaking to the enemy's rear to do some flanking. Okay, so this is Sommar_GG. Let's take a look at some screenshots as well. Honestly, this map maybe seems to be the most interesting. Although the Tropika, cliff area, cliffside, mountain, however I have to call that, seems to be quite interesting as well. But this one, like, you have something like a little bit of each type of terrain, and you know what I'm trying to say, right? Okay, so this is the look from angle number 3. If you want the 2, you have the line of fire into the city, but not super clean line of fire. Not super clean line of fire. Still, many houses are blocking. This is the lighthouse area. Oh yeah, this map looks like, I don't know, maybe it plays completely garbage. Maybe it plays completely trash. One side wins all the time, like maybe. But it looks the most interesting map so far, I have to say. What do you think? What do you think? Like, we have bushes, but water at the same time, so you're not able to flank the easiest way, the fastest way. You have the sneaky area to play. Like on Pilsen, we have the bush line, complete bush line in the right side of the map on the Pilsen. You know what I mean. Zero line, I think that was. Anyway, this seems to be the same, but yeah, so far, out of those 3 maps, this seems to be the most interesting. For me personally, my personal opinion. No harm done if you do not think the same. But hey, oh yeah, I'm looking forward to this. Let me know what you think about that one in the comments down below as well. But now talking about 2 maps, what you have already seen on my channel. First up, Island, which is in its 3rd iteration already. Here is the minimap. Here are the changes. So let's quickly take a look at the changes, what they did. The position with the castle was moved forward a bit. We're talking about position number 1 now. This is the castle right over there. Both this position and the tank destroyer positions above the arc zone 5 are now within drawing distance from each other. So you're able to see each other basically. Number 1, number 5 were moved closer to each other. I guess this is how I understand it. Now the middle area, the middle hill area, which was the biggest question for me, the absolute biggest question mark. How open it is, how broken it is, how much you're able to see. Because if it is like mines, this map is completely broken and I don't want to play on this map and this gets banned from me. But let's see. Number 2, this is the 3rd time they're changing the middle actually as well. The road to the hill was reworked. Now it is accessible to both teams and much more dangerous. The lines of fire from the hill itself remained the same. Okay, so they balanced out the distances trying to get up the hill, or the ways how to get up the hill. And now looking at the bases, still, I have to say, like, look at this base. You start from here, or wherever you start, you have to go, you have to cross the river, you have to, or maybe you have to hit the bridge, you know, and then you get up. But if you start over there, you have no such obstacles, like river and stuff. So, is this still going to be fair? Is this still going to be the same time? Hopefully they timed it with EBRs, with other light tanks, with some medium tanks, and hopefully every single team has equal chances to get up the hill. Okay, so number 3, improved the heavy tank attack area for the lower team. Now it will be easier for them to attack. Okay, number 3, right over there, sorry. Number 4, added an additional area of defense for the lower team. Okay. This base got some extra defensive positions, I guess, after some testing. And number 5, improved the tank destroyer balcony for the lower team. It is now more convenient to defend the line of approach to the base from there. Okay, so I guess this side was reworked a bit. Let's take a look at a couple screenshots as well. Here is the city. If you have this is the middle hill, you're able to cleanly see into the city. If you win the middle, you have quite a big advantage still, I would say so. Yeah, but you don't have any bushes, any cover. If you get spotted yourself as well, you get hit by tank destroyers. We'll see. But the middle is still the biggest question mark for me. Some screenshots for you. Yeah, this map has seen some very big changes actually. Who has been following my news episodes about the maps? Like when you saw this map the first time, we had a lot shallower terrain overall. They have changed the terrain quite a bit. So it's interesting to see the map development step by step actually, iteration by iteration. Because it has changed a lot, but still I have not personally been able to try it out myself. So we'll see. Okay, so this is Island. Third iteration, Tropical Island, standard battle 1000 by 1000 meter. Let me know what you think about that. Moving on to the final map of today. And it is our second look at Graf Zeppelin map design, 1000 by 1000 meter, standard battle, winter setting map. And here are the changes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 changes in total actually. So number 1, the following position for holding back the enemy were added. Number 1, okay, some extra cover, some extra bushes, I understand. Right over there as well, right over there, right over there. Okay. Number 2, rolling onto the railway embankment was limited to increase the predictability of enemy actions. Interesting wording, but here is this entire railroad was tuned a bit, as you can see, to increase the enemy predictability. Okay. Number 3, added cover in the base capture area. Added some cover right over there and right over there, so it is not complete open circle, I guess. And number 4, cover added to protect vehicles at the beginning of the battle. Number 4 is right over there, okay, at the beginning of the battle, I guess just to cover your position from EBRs, because of this speed, mobility, spotting capabilities of EBRs. I think so, actually. Number 5, balance changes and minor improvements. Okay, balance changes, minor improvements. I guess one side was performing better than the other side. I guess this is what happened over here. And number 6, balance improvements. Overall balance improvements, just to balance out two sides. So this is the second iteration of the Graf Zeppelin map. It's like we have the housing heavy tank area, we have the middle, like good hull down tanks, light tanks. We have some terrain place over here as well for medium tanks, maybe some other heavy tanks. This is how Graf Zeppelin looks like. Once again, standard battle map. The overall design seems to be quite neat when it is going to be ready in the full HD. I think this map is going to look quite pretty, but I don't know. Like, for some reason, I'm not super excited. I can't understand why I'm not super excited about this map. Maybe because it reminds me the Grand Battles map, Klondike. Like, this bridge area definitely reminds me Klondike. Okay. Did we have trains over there before? Okay, now I see what they did. Like, I don't remember having trains over there before. Plus, this was raised a bit, this terrain. Am I correct? But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that is me done with today's episode. I talked about 5 new maps coming into this game, 5 new standard battle maps, at least right now. Turning Point, Tropika, Sommar, Island and Graf Zeppelin. Which map seems to be the most interesting for you? I really liked how the Sommar map looked like from the design point of view, but Tropika, super bright map. I enjoy bright maps as well in this game. Like dark maps, not my favorite style. It makes editing harder actually, honestly, because I have to turn up the camera, I have to turn up the colors myself many times. But Sommar, definitely, design point of view, Tropika, Turning Point, seems to be interesting. Island as well, Graf Zeppelin. Let me know in the comments down below, and consider yourself being informed now. If you do not want to miss any future episodes, you know what to do. Thumbs up button, subscribe button, notification squad. Be part of it and be awesome. That is me done, my friends. Stay awesome, stay sexy, stay naked. Take care and bye.